It's Fuck Yeah Friday.
Fuck yeah!
Get ready for some wins.
Welcome to the Be It Till You See It podcast, where we talk about taking messy action, knowing that perfect is boring. I'm Lesley Logan, Pilates instructor and fitness business coach. I've trained thousands of people around the world, and the number one thing I see stopping people from achieving anything is self-doubt. My friends, action brings clarity, and it's the antidote to fear. Each week, my guests will bring bold, executable, intrinsic, and targeted steps that you can use to put yourself first and be it till you see it. It's a practice, not a perfect. Let's get started.
All right, Be It Babe. How are you? How are you? Happy first Friday of October. I am in Cambodia when you hear this, and that'll be in my win in a second. But just in case it's the first episode of the Be It Pod you've ever heard, this is a short one because we do your wins, a win of mine, and a little mantra. And it is to remind us that there's good things happening, right? Like as I record this right now, there are 17 things that went wrong today, all out of my control. And to be honest, it makes me go, I think I'm just going to hang today up. I'm just going to hang it up. But also there's good stuff. And I think that's what's most important about taking time, at least on Fridays, to go, FYF, here is a win for me today. So let's start with yours and we'll get into mine. I'm going to do Stacy Extents. I think we had a win from her recently, but I'm really excited for this win for her. So I want to get this in here. My win is big and lengthy, so apologies. And by the way, it's not lengthy enough, to be honest, Stacy. So no apologies necessary. I've been in my corporate job for 24 years and taught Pilates part-time for 3 years. For the past decade or so, I worried about being laid off, which is one reason I did teacher training. In June, I received an email letting me know I could participate in a voluntary severance package. No guarantee that I'd get it, but I pushed the button to apply and left it up to fate. I received notice Wednesday that I was accepted and will be leaving in a month. I am not sad to leave. There are so many reasons I believe I'm ready. They're giving me a nice package and opens the door for so many other things to grow. Stacy, I'm so happy for you. I mean, gosh, 10 years of worrying you're going to get fired at any moment is so stressful. And I love that you just put it out there like, yeah, let's see if this happens. And this is a huge win because you get to go try something new. And that's so scary, but also so exciting. It's not even new. You've been teaching already. You're an excellent teacher. I've known you for a lot of those 10 years. And I'm just so freaking excited to celebrate this with you. We also have a couple from Katie D, so I'm going to read them both. Katie D is an agency member, just like Stacy, and she wrote, my entire month of July is booked. So obviously this is a little bit old, guys, but here we go. Except today because everyone took a long 4th holiday, but I used the time to film 3 classes, getting ready to start at a new studio in the fall now that my 4-year-old is going to preschool longer. I've got a few pop-ups scheduled and for the new place this summer, and I've already booked some spots. I love the pace I've been growing at since Piper was born 4 years ago, and I left teaching high school to be a stay-at-home mom and focus on Pilates. It started with 4 hours a week, then 5, then 8, and now I'm at 10. It's so important to look back and realize I'm doing it. And I raised my prices. I love that one. Then we have an update to this. It says from Katie Donnelly, this week I subbed at a studio I taught at from 2017 to 2020. I left because of a new baby, pandemic, 30-minute commute, so good terms. Some old clients saw my name and signed up for class, even though they normally don't take it that time. One even asked what springs I had her on for short spine because with your cueing, that was the best short spine I've ever done. My client who lost her daughter at 22 weeks in November of 22 had her rainbow baby last week. I doulaed her via text message because I was on vacation. These are my favorite moments of my job. Katie Donnelly. So, okay, you guys, I'm going to go back 4 years. I remember her being pregnant and like making this plan to switch from having this school job to having teaching as a job. And it is incredible to see how she's made it work with her dreams. And that doesn't mean it's easy, by the way. Like if you're hearing this going, must be nice for her. She worked hard for it. And I'm not saying that you don't, if you're listening to this, I'm saying like, patience, rolling with it, getting curious, getting support. Both these people had support during these big transitions. And so these wins are humongous. But also, do you see like the little wins in between, acknowledging what they've done and celebrating like the small stuff? Because you got to do that, y'all. Got to do that. All right. A win of mine. So this is going to sound like a big win because it is a big win, but we are kicking off our biggest retreat ever in Siem Reap. And we were going to have our biggest retreat ever, March of 2020. And obviously we had a few people drop out. We couldn't cancel the retreat because no one would call it a pandemic. So no one's insurance would go in, so nor would ours. So we actually had to host it. And we had an amazing retreat. And what a family that was. I got to see some of those retreaters on the tour this summer. But this is our first retreat since 2020 that is at capacity, and we're actually celebrating with some people. Like my mom's coming for the first time, my brother's coming, our publicist is coming. Like it's a really big party. We have a group of people who have all come together. They're related, they're best friends. It's just really amazing. And so this win is actually a culmination of a lot of little wins along the way of us just continuing to go and be consistent and showing up for what we know is best, and like relearning and learning and adjusting and making changes. And so Brad and I are really excited as we get ready for everyone to arrive. And actually a lot of people will arrive a day early. We are celebrating and basking in this win is huge. And we don't normally want to promote only the big wins, but I do mean it when I say it's a culmination of a lot of little wins we've celebrated along the way. And every single day will be a celebration. And I think that's really cool. I think that's really fun. And I'm excited. And I'm excited because several of you are with me on this retreat. You're part of this win. And some of you are going to be with us on the February retreat because we'll keep doing this. So anyways, I hope to see you on a retreat. We definitely talk a lot about celebrating our wins and being present and breath work and mindset and manifestation and all this awesome stuff. And we see some cool temples along the way. But yeah, that's my win this week. I think it's good to celebrate the big ones every once in a while, especially when you work so hard to get there. But if you don't have a big win coming together just yet, like Katie did, or the close of a chapter like Stacy did, or like our retreat, please remember that those small wins, like I slept in, or I didn't scream at my dog for doing the wrong thing because he's a puppy and doesn't know better. Like those are all wins, and you can celebrate those too. We want to hear them. So make sure you send them into the Beit Pod so we can shout them out to you. Because by the time you hear them, you might just need to be reminded that you had a win last week or last month or whatever. All right. So now let me lead you a little mantra to kick off your weekend. I'm going to use this one too. All right. Today I celebrate that I'm younger than I'm ever going to be. You guys, I pull these out randomly. Today, I celebrate that I'm younger than I'm ever going to be. Today, I celebrate I'm younger than I'm ever going to be. Y'all cannot at all once today say I'm getting old, because today you are the youngest you will ever be. And we're celebrating that. You are awesome. And thank you for listening to Be a Pod. Until next time, be it till you see it.
That's all I got for this episode of the Be It Till You See It podcast. One thing that would help both myself and future listeners is for you to rate the show and leave a review. And follow or subscribe for free wherever you listen to your podcast. Also, make sure to introduce yourself over at the Be It Pod on Instagram. I would love to know more about you. Share this episode with whoever you think needs to hear it. Help us and others be it till you see it. Have an awesome day.
Be It Till You See It is a production of the Bloom Podcast Network. If you want to leave us a message or a question that we might read on another episode, you can text us at +1 310 905 5534 or send a DM on Instagram at BeItPod.
It's written, filmed, and recorded by your host, Lesley Logan, and me, Brad Crowell.
It is transcribed, produced, and edited by the Epic team at Diseño.co.
Our theme music is by Ali at Apex Production Music, and our branding by designer and artist Gianfranco Cioffi.
Special thanks to Melissa Solomon for creating our visuals.
Also to Angelina Herrico for adding all of our content to our website. And finally, to Meredith Root for keeping us all on point and on time.